Newsfirst Newsline with Faraz Shaukat Ali.
Good morning and a very warm welcome to Newsline, live from Dawson Street at the Newsfirst studios, broadcasting on TV1. Joining me this morning is Bandula Jayasekara. Good morning, Bandula.
Morning for us.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Wonderful week ahead.
And after V Awards.
Indeed. And joining us this morning is the veteran parliamentarian Al-Haj H.M. Azwar. Very good morning to you, Haji, and how are you?
Top of the morning to you. I'm all right. Hi.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you for being on Newsline.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Mr. Azwar, can we get down to basics and ask you this first and foremost? Who are you with? Are you with former President Rajapaksa? Are you with current incumbent President Maithripala Sirisena? And or are you with Ranil Wickremesinghe?
Your former leader.
The former leader of the party that you've been with for so long.
I wonder what mischievous motive that you're asking this question.
There is no mischievous motive.
Okay, then
Please
straight away
answer
my
the question.
reply is, I am with Mahinda Rajapaksa, the former president.
I see.
Yeah.
And
Why?
Why? Yes, that's a
I am
good
with
question.
him, I was with him, and I am continuing to be with him.
But you were a very strong UNP. You were a UNP
Why did you
cabinet minister.
leave the UNP? Tell us
Bandula,
that.
I never left.
Ah.
I was dropped out by the present leader, your leader, if I call you leader or
No, this is our dear Prime Minister, but the
Dear
leader of the
Prime
United
Minister,
National Party.
at that time. So, therefore, I was on the road. I didn't have a salary. I was suffering. And Mr. Mahinda
And Mr.
Rajapaksa...
Wickremesinghe had no sympathy for you. Is that what you said?
Well, it's a question you can straight away answer it. Not only sympathy for me, sympathy for so many others like Imtiaz Bakir Makar and others who brought up the party to this level. His father has sacrificed so much with Dr. T.B. Jaya in attaining independence. So that's a different story. That depends on your behavior, your motives and things like that. Certain people are made that way, you know. So certain
But
people
after so many years of loyal service, you must have felt rather put out when Mr. Wickremesinghe didn't make any sort of arrangements here.
Yeah, he told me that as a past story, that he will take me in, and then several times I was at the fifth end going and coming, everything is okay. The following day paper reported something. That's all right. Then he wanted to keep me in the, everybody said, even the present speaker, Mr. Karu Jayasuri at that time, everyone, including all those top-notchers of the UNP, I said, take him, Azwar is an important man for us. If you can put him into parliament, keep him in Sirikota and get the work out of. There are Tamils and Muslims coming. He can correspond on with those languages. It will be very helpful for the party. Yes.
Well, you were very close to President Premadas also.
Of course, Premadas is the one who spotted me and took me in to politics and put me in parliament without asking.
Wasn't he a marvelous leader?
Wonderful leader. Wonderful leader.
How much do you think the country misses him?
Well, life is short. Everybody has to say goodbye to this world.
He
And
was
at
forced
once-
to say goodbye.
Well, it is nature of divine act. That's what we have to say. Anyway, the nation misses him, but now, how many years have gone? Would have been in the 90s now, if he had lived though. So it is a phasing out, you know. Time to time, leaders coming, they perform. One thing is, every leader wants to do something good for the country, for the people. Janatawa venuing thamai api seve karani. Api aave
But
janatawa
some people pretend to do things.
Pretensions are there everywhere, not only there, even in, I don't want to comment further. Human nature is pretensions, deceptions, sometimes cruelty, cutthroat. All these things are there, but in the same time, there is Buddha Dharma, there is Islam, there are Christianity, Hindus. Morning till evening in your TV and other channels, they preach bayan, bana, hadith, all those.
What are you doing in retirement? Have you retired?
Bandula, my good friend, I never retire.
Yeah, so what
Until
are you?
God takes me in, I will never retire.
So what are you doing these days? You said you are with the former president, but what are you doing with him?
Whatever the political activity that is carrying on, and whatever he has done earlier for the country, and particularly to the Muslims of the eastern province, And I'm engaged
I
in so many...
I must take issue with you on that statement.
Yeah.
What on earth has he done for the Muslims in the East? What about the entirely Saudi funded, free of charge, free gift, $15 million project in Akarepattu? Not even a dog is in residence. Several years after the tsunami, that entire project stands empty. What did President Rajapaksa do for the people of the East, the Muslims of the East? And by the way, that project, that housing project, was not for the Muslims only. It was for the people of the area.
By majority Muslims.
Yes, that happens.
But and also don't.
But what has he done?
Don't forget, Faraj. It was a devastated area of cyclone.
Yes, that's why the Saudis gave us 15 million
Then
US
after
dollars.
that there was local rivalry and treachery and wire pulling. So he got his minister at that time was Honorable Farial Ashraf to settle it, but she couldn't do, and he left it with her because she is from the lady of the area, elected, M.H.M. Ashram's wife, and a lot of other local factors emerged.
But it didn't matter to him enough for him to fly there. It was only one more helicopter journey of several thousands that he made.
He is not carrying the cement and the bucket and the water.
No, nor did President Premadasa.
He need not take a helicopter travel. He can from Colombo itself he can issue but these things happen sometimes, when the local people are fighting. I mean, they should have got together. Fairness to the President Mahinda Rajapaksa or the government at that time. Come on, this is the way, sir, this is the project, this is the plan, we will settle this way. It would have been done long ago. Majority Muslims would have got in, Sinhalese would have got in, and it was closer to Digawapia. Digawapia has a very long history where the Muslims came from the Bibile, Madagama, that Kotabo area. Karya families from there. So all those background was there.
Mr. Azwar, if I put it to you that President Rajapaksa turned the blind eye to the problems of the minorities, especially in this instance, what would you say? Would you agree?
I don't know. The questioner is blind or wouldn't...
no, the question is
not blind. He is full awake.
I am
full awake, but he is blind of history.
No, I am not. The point is that this $15 million project is an absolute waste of money and of good relations, because that government didn't do, and actually you were part of it too.
Well, no, it is not.
There was nothing done.
That local rivalry, what can the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia do? But it is not lost. It is not abandoned.
Well, as I say, it's overgrown. It's overgrown. There are no, even the dogs are not allowed to take up occupation there.
I never followed a dog there. I followed human beings.
Yes, but I have got images. Your good friend Mr. Muzammil will be able to enlighten you even further on this matter.
Well, what has he got to do with Digawapia and Irakamam? Does he know Irakamam?
Don't have the foggiest, but he knows about this project. Now then, I've got a question for you. Let's take you back in time. Gamini Fonseca.
Pardon me, you asked me something.
Yes.
I have not replied. That is, what did he do for the people of the Eastern Province?
Who? The President Rajapaksa.
He did everything.
Except
everything. No, that is a water scheme.
500
Galauda water scheme. Now Mr. Muzammil was also there. A lot of people were there. And Bhatta, I know that Gamini was there. I have been fighting in Parliament in the Consultative Committee for 2 years. It's a dry area in the VLU electorate. You don't get water at all. It is on a hill rock.
Can I ask you this?
Wait one moment. Therefore, these things are lapses happen to them, to us.
All right, as long as you accept
now, after my efforts, the water is coming there.
Excellent, good. But that's your effort. Now, a hypothetical question for you. On the basis that MR is trying to make a comeback of sorts, as a Muslim, will you back him?
Surely, 100%, there is no doubt about it. No, Faraj, I'll tell you one thing, you know me, I know your father, I know your father, Alud-Gama and all the Gamas are there. You are jumping from one to the other, Faraj.
No, I'm asking, that's one of the big incidents.
That is the only thing that you can quote, nothing else. Now coming back to your question,
answer
in the Eastern Province,
yeah.
there are no leader birth his name has done so much as Mahinda Rajapaksa, because listen to this.
Trying
He
very
cleared
much.
the whole area. Hajias were not able to come from the eastern provinces to Colombo. They have to hide themselves in the forest, in the jungle 5 days. When they bring their goods in the Mannampitia bridge, the lorries were emptied by the armed forces at that time. That is the UMP time. Then what happens? That the Holy Quran they carry, the Qurans all were taken out from the podias and the hajias, and they allowed the dogs to sniff them. Now he brought an end to it by bringing peace to the eastern province. People today, one of the best network of roads, like in Germany or in Kuala Lumpur or any other city. My friend Bandula is in Canada, was in Canada. Ask him. One of the best network of roads, all what you call carpet roads in the eastern province, 100 miles from Pulmute to Pottuil. Now the farmers,
Can I mention one
moment I finish. The farmers in the eastern province, when you ask me to speak, I will not stop. When the farmers of the eastern province, they are bringing their
Are you trying to be the Speaker of the Parliament? I think the Parliament misses you. I think the Parliament misses you.
More than that. Don't compare the Speaker.
Parliament misses you.
Speaker is a great man. That's a different thing.
Now wait.
Now they can bring their produce to Colombo. Day and night they are travelling. And they are selling their pennies, taking the money back. Now go and see Otamavadi, Kattankudi, Eravur, Samanture, Kalmune, all these areas, Pottuil.
How many?
Now I know why our dear Prime Minister
in the eastern province in
take him to the Parliament. Now we know why he was
taken. The 90s like day. The 90s like day.
Now I know the Prime Minister is right.
Who made the difference? It is Mahinda Rajapaksa who made the difference. You must understand that.
Right,
now I understand the fact, no history. After that we will discuss about it.
Now let
the
me
Prime
ask you
Minister
this.
is right.
Dambulla, Slave Island. What happened?
What happened to Borala as soon as the Yahapalne came? The Borala Mosque, I forgot to bring the photograph. The Borala Mosque was attacked. What happened to Vellampitiya? The man Premachandra who built that and helped the Muslims there to build up a mosque and the school and all. It was attacked. What happened to La ilaha illallah? They carry so many things now in the auto. The fellows were taken out and hammered and all those things. Then we told, I say, you Yahapane, you said all these things will be stopped. No more communalism, no more attacking mosque. From the time they came in, those things are happening. Now today, certain things happen in Giritala area, I don't want to mention it here. So these are all hidden under the carpet.
What's happening to your new party? Are you going to form a new party?
No new party.
Then what's this talk of the new party?
Something they are doing. So let us.
Isn't it true that Mahinda Rajapaksa is unlikely to ever leave the SLFP?
You may be right. You may be right.
I mean, why would he want to leave anyway? He's been in that party for so long.
His father is a creator of the SLFP, the SWRD, but how can he leave? So that he always says that. Two people who left the UMP, they say people who leave the UMP cannot survive.
Right,
the best example in history is SWRD Bandaranaike and D.A. Rajapaksa.
Right, now let me ask you this question. We're coming up to a break, but very quickly. Why do you think the Muslims came out against Mahinda Rajapaksa then?
Well, one reason, as you said, is I must admit, the last thing was that Alugama attack, that we do not hide. We tried our best.
What did you do when you were there?
Maulana, all the ministers, Rauf Hakim, Rishad Baduddin, myself, everybody got together that night and we were meeting at Fauzi's office, Minister Fauzi at that time, and we tried to bring some sort of settlement there. But anyway, these rabid communalists, they are, I don't want to call them Sinhalese. Sinhalese are very good people. You can't get the Sinhalese people like Sinhalese people in any part of the world. Ask him from Canada, I will quote examples.
Okay, but let's just try and articulate why the Muslims sort of left.
So what happened was,
MR.
There was some elect.
Left MR.
That is the last straw, Faraj. Last straw was Alugama. Everywhere they said, if Mahinda Rajapaksa comes, they created a Gonibilla of imagination afterward. If he comes, that Gonibilla, he will break all the mosques, he will remove all the fardas, motakilis, hijab from the Muslim. the Muslim women got angry. I mean, were frightened, so frightened. Mr. Mahinda Rajapaksa himself, the president, told me that night. I was normally Hamantala district, we know the Muslims and all, they never come to vote for 2
On that note, Mr. Azhar,
but now they are coming in large numbers early in the morning.
We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll come right back to this wonderful morning on Newsline with Mr. Azhar. Stay tuned.
Faraz Shaukat Ali.
Welcome back to Newsline. Joining me this morning is Bandula Jayasekara and the former parliamentarian and minister A.H.M. Azhar. Bandula, you had a question for me, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, yesterday Sarath Silva was ranting at one of the functions.
Raving and ranting.
There's nothing to rave about.
You're ranting.
Yeah, ranting.
Yeah.
But he has come on our program, so I said in the Sinhala program, we challenge him to come, and then because I don't think people listen to him, when he's such a turncoat, this is what, So he has the audacity just to blame this channel.
Yes.
So we should challenge him.
Mr. Azhar, I asked you, but we got carried away.
Yeah.
Domini Fonseca.
I remember him well.
Was he a good speaker, bad speaker? What was he like? Tell us about that.
First thing for me, is a wonderful human being, a very good man. Gamini Fonseca is one character who could have alone brought about a reconciliation and the unity, particularly of Tamils and Sinhalese, because he is well versed in all 3 languages. It's so nice to see him presiding, very serene, and things that he says from there. Azhar, don't disturb the house like in Billingsgate. I couldn't understand what is the Billingsgate. Gamini Fonseca. So I did not ask him what, because I am a learned man supposed to be in parliamentary procedure. I waited and went and asked him, what is this? He told me, Deputy Speaker, Billingsgate, Billingada Mukad. I say, Billingsgate is the fish market, London Larkapa. London Billingsgate.
So was he trilingual?
100%. Very fine. Very fine.
And remember is that famous movie?
In fact, Faraj, I must mention this for record. I mentioned in open parliament, Dharmasaya Senanayaka was replying me. I said, if you wanted to bring about unity in this, at that time, when there was a war and things like that, SLP was completely against the Tamils was against the Sinhalese. I said, if you wanted to bring about reconciliation, send to the north Gamini Fonseca, KB Ratnayaka, and Maitripala Senanayaka. KB and Maitri studied in Jaffna. Gamini studied in all the universities possible.
But wasn't Gamini the northern governor? He was a governor, right?
He was governor later, yes. Very nice man. He conducted the house. He is an exemplary speaker, and we would like to have in the house more Gaminis.
Ms. Azhar, excellent. Thank you for telling us about Gamini Fonseca, an endearing personality in Sri Lanka. I'm still troubled, Mr. Azhar. The Muslims, do you seriously think that they will vote with any conviction for Mahinda Rajapaksa again?
If you come with me, if you have little time in the night to travel about, I have visited last week with our former President Mahinda Rajapaksa in Nitambu, Attanagalla and Berigam areas. He has some temple functions, and what do you see when you come out? I mean, all the Sinhalese population mixing together are Muslims. Assalamu alaikum Hajar. No, we just came to meet you. Why? Please come to our village also and tell about him now. People have misunderstood because of one incident. Now there are a lot of requests from all over, especially the place you are calling Akarepattu. How many calls I am getting now? For so many other reasons, they wanted to get things done. That is a different thing. But there is a change of mind in them.
But my question is now, President Maitripala Sirisena is duly elected. There is nobody question his election. So we should let him govern. Why? What is the game plan? What is your...
Who is not allowing him to govern? He is governing very well.
Why are they taking his leg pulling?
No, nobody is pulling his leg. He has his 2 legs firm on the
ground. Why can't MR gracefully retire and support the leader of his party
He said that. You would have listened several times. After I left, people told me, give him. After all, he is elected president. Now see how generous, how politically wise he was. Mama gihla dunna. He gave the leadership to him.
The fact is that if he didn't,
now today they are blaming. Why did he give? The same people who told him to give the leadership to I don't blame him. I don't blame either His Excellency Maitripala Sirisena for taking it. He has to, because he is the leader of the party. But then later he said, I wanted to go home and retire in my Madabulan. What happened? Thousands and thousands, and if you believe me, lakhs and lakhs of people came in lorries and vans and other coaches, autos from Colombo, auto. They came, they wanted to meet him every day. Kataragama da yana Islam yana Madamulta gihilla yana. Kataragama, people they are going. And that is why he says, I can't be in Colombo very much, because the people are coming and they are missing me. So much of admiration for him, because he is one leader who brought peace in this country. He united the country. You don't forget, Faraj, for 30 years how these people suffered.
We don't deny that. Nobody denies that.
The thing is that you say all that. There's one viewer who's telling me just now that he's going to turn his set off. Don't, because I'm going to ask him the question again. Mr. Azwar, when the army and the police acted as they did, with such brutality and with such force, they didn't do that on their own volition. They did that because they were given orders to do that. Without those orders, none of this, the brutality and so on, wouldn't have happened. This network has got footage which we can happily show, but we haven't, because it was far too brutal. And you're here with me this morning, making me even more sad by telling me that you think that the Muslims people are going to vote for Mahinda Rajapaksa again.
No, why shouldn't they? Why shouldn't they?
You haven't been listening, for the same reasons that I just told you.
But as I just told you how he redeemed the people from the Eastern Front, particularly North and all, he developed, he went and carpet, all those things.
But is he trying to make a political comeback? I thought he's retired.
Of course, and that's what I say.
Where does the money come from?
He wanted to retire, when people did not allow. And they say, apita kubiya kutat rajek ata, apitat rajek kona, enda rajatumani.
Mr. Azwar, where does the money come from for these
the kingdoms
officers and so
after Sri Vikramaraj Singh, what is this?
Where is the money coming from?
If I ask, where did you get the money to start this TV, what is your reply?
I might say, Mr. Azwar,
we do not know that.
Of course we do. Of course we do.
I do not know from where
it is an acknowledged fact that this company is not just 10 years old.
How did Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe, Honorable Ranil Wickremesinghe, get so much of money to run such elections? Didn't he get money? He got from here and abroad. That's an open secret. Everybody knows. But that is not a thing that is declared in assets. Therefore,
so why
everybody as a politician, during the time of election, they come and give money to run the election. This is not a state fund. So therefore, there is nothing new in that.
So do you think that Mr. Rajapaksa, President Rajapaksa, is giving what we call a dead rope? Dericha Kauru.
Diracha Lanu.
Or Lanu. But he gives the people the impression that there is a new political party being formed. But actually speaking, he is unlikely to do that. As you've just said, he's never going to leave the party. So
no. I am telling you, he is the founder's son. Therefore, it is not that easy for him to leave the party. He himself has told, Mama Sri Lanka Nidhaskare. What makes you not think, after winning these elections, that he restored the SLP to his prestige, purity? But
in
there are
January
so many people have got to go to the SLP, they are wire pulling, leg pulling, as he says. It's all happening in the cabinet around now at the moment. There's an open secret. People, ministers are fighting, Ravi is fighting, Sajini is fighting, Amaravira is fighting, Dilip is fighting.
That's democracy. Good democracy too. You don't have to say, you have to agree to disagree.
Yeah, no. Yeah, one minister is having a television interview. condemning the deputy. In the other follow, the deputy minister at the same time having another interview condemning the minister.
And
This is a
as
fishy parliament. Fishy.
No, that is really this is democracy
But
in
we
action.
as a
That's
network,
democracy.
You can't run a government, no, husband and wife. Some or other you fight, all right. But
Agree to
the
disagree.
wife has to cook and give you for you eat too and come in the morning for the
No,
TV
why can't
show.
the husband cook and give? Come, it doesn't have to be.
Now
Come on, let's be fair.
These days, you send more ladies to, because now 53%, 25% in parliament. So therefore, they are also, you are making
Are you
them.
SLFP or you're a SLFP member?
I am a
Card
SLFP
carrying
member. Oh yes, oh yes. I'm from UMP. From that day, I came to SLFP, and Mr. Maithripala Sirisena himself has written all my receipts, other things. But I get from Parliament the stamps. The stamps I give it to him. Or you see, like that.
So are you a poor former minister? Are you a poor former minister? Did you make money?
When I have a leader, I have one leader. When I have a policy, I follow it.
So you have President Maithripala Sirisena is your leader as SLFP?
He is the leader of the nation.
Yeah, and he's your leader.
My
of the
leader
party.
at the moment is politically is Excellency Mahinda
But you are a
Rajapaksa.
SLFP member, so
SLFP,
your
okay.
president
and
is...
Yeah.
President Sirisena is
Sirisena
the
is
head of
the
that
SLFP.
party.
SLFP members are the UMP, no, in the cabinet. But
They are
you
not
say
with
that.
the UNP,
No.
they are SLFP. Yes?
No, SLFP, but in the cabinet. Now, yesterday, Honorable
Head
Nimal
of the cabinet is the
Siripala says,
president.
Nimal Siripala says, මේ ආණ්ඩු ක්‍රමය විතරක් වෙනස් වෙලා සහනයක් මිනිස්සුන්ට දෙන්න බෑ. කවුද කියන්නේ? මෛත්‍රීපාල සිරිසේන ජනාධිපතිතුමාගේ කැබිනට් එකේ ඉන්න කෙනෙක් තමයි මේක කියන්නේ. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා ඔය විවිධ opinions තියෙනවා.
But as a former minister, did you make money or you're a poor former minister? Can you tell us?
Guess, you know it better.
You're a poor former minister.
Bandula, you know it better. And
don't have a
people
big
who are
bank
listening,
account.
who are averse to me, who are saying I will put off the TV, they also know. That of course is a God is there, God knows. God will look after me, don't worry. I have so much of faith in Allah.
And
Faraj knows, Faraj knows.
do you think that Mahinda Rajapaksa will look after you?
It is not looking after me as well. He is looking after the people of the country at large, suffering people. Once again, the cost of living, a lot of things I can talk at the moment. Whatever they have promised is nothing is happening. That is why the people are rallying round. Bandula, you have political the experiences. When what you say is not happening. Now see JVP, right inside there. They are called the Koti, Ratu Koti. They are just fighting. Petrol adu කරන්න petrol adu කරන්න කියලා ඇතුලෙන් කියලා මේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ support කරන ආණ්ඩුව ගන්නකෝ. Reduce the petrol value. Fuel prices will you? Why you are not doing? Why are you shouting in the TV alone?
So,
These type of politics is hypocrisy.
But politics is almost a game of
But isn't
hypocrisy.
the parliament very peaceful without you, Miss Aswa? There's not much of noise. Just imagine if you were in the parliament. What do you think?
Who turns the lights off?
What happened last time? A week ago, the embarrassment caused to the Honourable Speaker is good enough. And they said, we will have a new parliament, we will have discipline. Discipline is gone to the dogs now. And even, see the Prime Minister, I am advising him, he is younger to me in the party. How can he call Palayang, Negitapang, Burua, Kokoria, Monamonaz?
Shut up and sit down.
Shut up and sit down. Who has the authority? The authority rests there. That is what Erskine May
Didn't you
says.
use such language?
Erskine May, Erskine May, the authority on parliamentary procedure and practice always maintained. The
15
speaker is
seconds.
high. Speaker is high. He can defy the order of the crown, the king that happened in the British Parliament. Like that, if Honorable Maithripala Sirisena comes there, Speaker has all the power. The Prime Minister or anybody can't dictate. If they dictate, there is no parliamentary democracy. You don't
Mr.
devalue
Aswad,
parliament.
thank you very much for being on Newsline.
Hold it high.
We've come to the end of our time. Thank you very much for being on Newsline. I'll leave you with this quote from Mr. Abdul Kalam. You have to dream before your dreams can come true. Thank you for watching Newsline. Take care and God bless.
Newsfirst Newsline with Faraz Shaukat Ali.